Hello, my name is Philip Allen Travis, and welcome to Love and Knowledge. I'm the author of Kruisowende. What I would like to talk about, I would just like to go and continue on from my last video, as I allowed myself to get sidetracked. I wanted to talk about the Indigo Children, and instead I got a little sidetracked and started talking about kids on drugs. I'm still happy I did the video, but I want to talk quickly about the Indigo Children, the sixth root race children. Sixth root race, not just children, because we're adults now, some of us. Most of us. Well, yeah, we're kids and adults. We are a divine spirit, first and foremost, right? It doesn't matter if you're fifth root race, or sixth root race. But the sixth root race being is one that is highly evolved. Their body's differently hardwired, and we're love, first and foremost. And we're getting pretty frustrated with seeing how our governments and pharmaceutical companies and health companies and all this, how they're treating us horribly. They don't care about us. It's all about a piece of paper and a digit, which means nothing, right? Anyway, we are a race of beings who have already ascended. We've already moved from the physical realm and moved up into a more spiritual realm. We've already done this evolution. But we've come back to the physical realm to help. We have essentially gave up what we had already done to redo it again. And we can do it again. So this whole idea of ascension as of the 21st of December of this year, okay, after that day, the 22nd, it's going to be easier to ascend. It doesn't mean that you're going to ascend, but the energies that come on are going to make it easier for you to evolve into a more spiritual being. And again, this is just a cycle. This is just the way things go. We're moving into a golden age. It's been written in plenty of ancient texts. That's just the way it is. So, but as an indigo child or as a sixth root race child or being, we have many abilities to look into other realms. Okay, we have the ability of telepathy, telekinesis. We're clairvoyant. We're clairaudient. Okay, clairsent. We have the ability for many, many beautiful things. But at a very young age, we're trained not to, because the fifth root race, and not just the fifth root race, but the dark forces have trained us otherwards and to think other ways, and to put us on drugs. Like I said in my last video, to put us on drugs to keep us in this physical reality. Sex is great. Eating pizza and McDonald's and all that, you know, my taste buds love it. But does my spiritual body evolve because of this? Does it help? No. Now, I'm not saying sex is bad, but if you're only doing it because you're trying to get your jollies or trying to, just trying to get off, and there's no love in it whatsoever, you're not benefiting yourself. If anything, you're hurting yourself. Because the majority of the time, the two people who are having sex don't actually love each other. There's no love involved in it. It's just two people trying to satisfy a high. It's no different than a crackhead trying to get a fix. Okay? Now, again, I'm not trying to say that sex is bad. Just please, when you are having sex, make sure it is with somebody you love, and make sure you're not just doing it to get off. Feel the energy. Love each other. Feel each other. Now, getting back to the sixth root race. I'm going to give you an example of a friend of mine who has done telepathy. I know lots, but let's talk about one instance. A friend of mine I was in a band with, I was at his place, we were chatting, and I was sitting in front of the computer, and he just said, hey, I need to check my email. Telepathically, he knew he needed to check his email because something was sent. He had sent something telepathically to a friend of his in Winnipeg, and he was in Canmore, so that's a good, let's say, 10-hour drive, 10 to 12-hour drive. So he had sent it to her, and he's just seeing if she got what he sent. And he checked his email, and I saw the hair on his arm stand up. He freaked out. She got it. He sent her a purple triangle, and she got it. We have these abilities. There's videos of kids, young children, or young teens, who have telekinesis. They can move things, make things spin around with just their energy, using their own mind. And you know what it takes? It takes patience. And these kids have it as long as they're taught to have it. If they're on drugs, they can't do it, whether it be street or pharmaceutical. So we need to, again, teach our children meditation at a young age. Anyone who's got a child coming into the earth, or at a very young age, and if you're my age, there's a good chance you're an indigo child as well, or sixth root race. You have the ability for this stuff as well. But we need to stop being trapped in this physical realm. Stop listening to heavy emotional music. I hate to say it because I love this music, but it's not doing me any good on a divine reason. It's not doing me any good. It's not. So if you want to learn more about the Indigo Children or the sixth root race, you can pick up a book, the Sanctus Germanus Prophecies, Volume 1, 2, and 3. And you can go to the sanctusgermanus.net or look for Dolores Cannon. And you can find her on YouTube, or you can pick up her books, and she talks about them as well. We are moving into a brand new era, and we need to get rid of the old force. We need to get rid of these dark forces. Pardon me. So, thank you very much. And to those who do have kids, please take what I said into consideration and do some research into the sixth root race. Because it is real, and it's only going to get more real from now on. I love you all. God bless.